You know, there will always be days where something happens, and the one thing I always go back to is Syl from The Sopranos. I thought I was out. They pull me back in. Granted, I think I only ever said it in the first two seasons, like once. I think it was once in episode one in season one, then once in season two. And yeah, that was it. But I know technically the line came from Godfather Part Three, but Sopranos. It's better to say Sopranos. But yeah, just when I was done with watching worst apologies from fast food companies, this video was in my recommend, and I decided I needed to watch it. I'm gonna switch back because I have to check the timer. I just want to watch it and get this over with. And plus, it is 10:28 p.m., nearly 10:30 p.m. Considering the fact that I have a lot to do. I mean, tomorrow I have to have this movie I got to review. Oh Lord Almighty! All right, here it is. Watch Mojo's top 10 worst celebrity apologies ever. Granted, I'll upload some of these videos. Some of these videos by tomorrow. I got like 3 long ass videos to upload here. One that's like an hour long, 52 minutes, 27 minutes. I've been uploading some of the quicker reactions. Let's watch.
What occurred was unintentional, completely regrettable, and I apologize if you guys are offended.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst celebrity apologies.
Oh, was this in 2015? This is in 2015. I don't like looking at it. Get that. Hold on. I got a better idea. All right. I feel so bad for Johnny Depp. I really do, especially given some of the evidence from now. Given the evidence, I mean, given that, Johnny Depp turns out is the victim and Amber Heard is the abuser. Also, another thing wrong with Amber Heard, she does not take criticism very well. And turns out, if you say something bad about her, she'll literally come at you and say, well, you're just a son of a bitch. Well, you're a bitch, Amber Heard. Screw you. Ugh, I can't even bear to look at that. And the fact that they did not recast for Aquaman 2 makes me sad. I will never work for Warner Brothers. With God as my witness, I will never make a movie for Warner Brothers. If they have this bitch around. I don't like wishing death on people, but I hope Amber Heard dies in a horrible car crash.
I am truly sorry that Pistol and Boo were not declared. Protecting Australia is important.
Declare everything when you enter Australia.
I felt it was time that you heard your...
You can even feel Johnny there, just under. It's like he's trying to scream, "Please help me. I don't know how I got into this mess." Hashtag justice for Johnny.
Directly from me that I am sorry.
I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm just here to apologize.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most disingenuous and half-hearted apologies to come from famous people that generated a significant amount of controversy. Which apology did you find to be the most insulting? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Justin Timberlake. The Super Bowl 38 halftime show is a piece of television history. Quick.
Oh, I remember this. Is this Janis Joplin or Janet? No, I don't think it's Janet Jackson. I remember. Grabs hand on the breast, flashes, went viral. It's like, I remember that was a lot of stuff there's a lot of stuff that goes viral, especially if you say the F word on SNL, it'll go viral.
Recap. Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake were performing the halftime show when Timberlake accidentally exposed Jackson's breast in an unfortunate wardrobe malfunction. Although the incident was a freak accident, that didn't stop the outrage from pouring in. Jackson was essentially blacklisted, and Timberlake, who faced comparatively less backlash, did barely anything to defend her.
All the emphasis was put on me, not on Justin. And Justin, we were friends.
But his apology at that year's Grammy Awards was almost worse than silence. Timberlake's remorseful words consisted of nothing more than the classic, "I apologize if you guys were offended" line. No, literally, that's exactly what he said.
What occurred was unintentional, completely regrettable, and I apologize if you guys were offended.
Number 9, Bryan Adams. The COVID pandemic and resulting lockdowns put a lot of plans on indefinite hold. It was certainly frustrating, and because of that, some people were prone to public venting. Bryan Adams was one of those people.
Hold on a second. I just gotta really pause here. Alright, Bryan Adams.
He was scheduled to perform at London's Royal Albert Hall in May 2020, but the concerts were cancelled on account of COVID. Adams vented on Instagram with a series of misinformed and xenophobic comments. His rant faced some backlash for perpetuating hateful and unverified rumors about the virus.
It unleashed a firestorm on social media and accusations of racism, especially from the Chinese community.
Adams apologized to those who took offense and went on to explain that he wanted to highlight animal mistreatment in certain markets as a possible source of the virus.
Adams walked it back, saying in a sort of half apology he was actually criticizing animal cruelty, and if you were offended, he's sorry. If you weren't, I'm not sorry. So it was those kind of apologies.
Number 8, Hannah Brown.
Trying to be strong, trying to keep my faith, and I'm trying to rely on the thing that's far greater than me.
Serving as a contestant on season 23 of The Bachelor and the lead on season 15 of The Bachelorette, Hannah Brown has many fans who watch her Instagram live feeds. In one particular feed that took place in May of 2020, Brown mindlessly said an offensive word while singing along to DaBaby's Rockstar.
Brand new Lamborghini, like a cop car, with a pistol on my wrist like I'm a cop.
When Brown was called out by fans and the media, she jokingly dismissed the incident and even claimed that she didn't say it.
I don't think that you said that. I don't think, maybe no, there was. Maybe it was Patrick.
The event ticked some people off, including the first African-American bachelorette, Rachel Lindsay.
It's wrong. You wouldn't say it on TV. You wouldn't say it on the radio. You wouldn't say it in front of your black friend. And if the reason that you wouldn't say that is because you feel uncomfortable, then maybe you shouldn't say it in private around your other friends either. Maybe you shouldn't sing along with it to a song.
Brown apologized through a written statement on Instagram stories. However, that statement also caused some offense. Brown's fellow Bachelor Nation member Nick Viall called her remarks, quote, a really, really terrible apology that doesn't read as sincere. So much so that Brown subsequently issued a second apology.
What I did was something extremely serious, and I did not want to continue repeating this long history of white people not taking accountability and responsibility for their actions when people of color, black people, call them out on their behavior. And that is just not something that I wanted to be a part of.
Number 7, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
I said I didn't want to see this, but WatchMojo loves to figuratively give me the finger. Can't even see this. I remember someone on YouTube said that Amber Heard was more attractive than Scarlett Johansson. I want God to find that person who wrote that YouTube comment, and as always, I want him to, all the things. I want him to send, most of the 10 plagues of Egypt, locusts, the water's red as blood, frogs raining. Actually, there's something else. Go full Jim Caviezel on that guy's ass. And the guy's barbecued and is I should stay off of YouTube. Goddamn ballers. Okay, let's just get this over with.
The controversial relationship between Depp and Heard has been the focus of a lot of drama. While the news surrounding their court proceedings throughout 2020 was certainly grim, they faced a considerable amount of backlash in 2016 when they smuggled dogs into Australia.
In May, Heard and hubby Johnny Depp traveled to Queensland on a private jet for Depp to film his latest Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Their pups, Pistol and Boo, did not go through customs and did not undergo the country's required 10-day quarantine.
Heard admitted to creating a fake customs document in order to transport their Yorkshire Terriers into the country. She did so in blatant ignorance of Australia's biosecurity laws, which could have sent Heard to prison for 10 years. Heard was instead.
You know what? That should have happened. I don't care. That should have happened. It's true. There's no such thing as justice anymore. The justice system is corrupt.
Had given a 1-month good behavior bond. The subsequent apology video was widely mocked and considered insincere.
I am truly sorry that Pistol and Boo were not declared. Protecting Australia is important.
Declare everything when you enter Australia.
Even Australia's Deputy Prime Minister criticized the apology, saying he didn't think it's something they would have willingly wanted to do.
Even I could have done a little bit better than that. Do it again, Johnny. Do it with gusto, mate. Bit of gusto.
Number 6. Mario Batali. Celebrity chef Mario Batali is known for his numerous restaurants around the world and repeated appearances on various Food Network programs. In December 2017, Batali was accused of misconduct by a number of women.
Batali was a very powerful, influential man, and a lot of these women are alleging that he had a habit for retaliation.
In December,
if this was pre-Weinstein Gate, I know it's called the hashtag #MeToo era, but it's also been referred to as Weinstein Gate because Watergate, Weinstein Gate, jokes just right them. Yeah, pre-Weinstein Gate, then.
December 2017, Batali.
Okay, so this is during the Weinstein Gate.
Batali was accused of misconduct by a number of women.
Batali was a very powerful, influential man, and a lot of these women are alleging that he had a habit for retaliating.
He lost various business partnerships and was fired from the ABC program The Chew. Batali offered an excuse through an email newsletter, saying, "My behavior was wrong and there are no excuses. I take full responsibility." At least he owned up to it. Wait, what's this about cinnamon rolls? For some reason, Batali decided to add a postscript in which he linked a recipe to pizza dough cinnamon rolls. His extremely tone-deaf decision to include a recipe to this apology was widely mocked.
It's just, and then a picture of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So this was.
I know you guys, we popped it up earlier. This is just a closer look at it.
Number 5.
You know, I'm not a drinking man. I wish I was drinking bourbon right now, but I hear it's not. I ruined it. If number 6, my reaction to number 6, wanting to claw out half of my face. I want the skin marks to show. I want the scratch marks to show. Oh wait, I shoot in very low light conditions. So I just want to finish
Chris Brown. While his career has seen somewhat of a comeback recently, Chris Brown's reputation was severely tarnished after he was convicted of felony assault of Rihanna in 2009. A few hours after the incident, Brown later turned himself into the police. He canceled imminent public appearances while the media stopped playing his music and showing productions that he was in. While awaiting sentencing, Brown issued a public apology in the months that followed through a 2-minute video that was posted online.
I felt it was time that you heard directly from me that I am sorry. I have tried to live my life in a way which can make those around me proud of me, and until recently, I think I was doing a pretty good job.
The apology was heavily criticized, while his public image tanked. In the years after his criminal act, he still faced considerable backlash and criticism.
I was wrong for what I did, and I would definitely say that it's not something that I look past or look over. It's something that's really, really touchy.
Number 4, Louis C.K.
How you doing?
Okay. Good.
Louis.
Well, I'll at least say this. At least Louis C.K., when he was being accused of assault, sexual harassment, he at least confirmed it. You know, at least that. But no. Gotta close this door. I don't want my mom.
C.K. was arguably one of the most beloved comedians of his time. He earned enormous popularity and widespread critical acclaim for his stand-up comedy and surreal FX comedy drama Louie. However, everything changed when misconduct allegations emerged against him in 2017.
5 women, all sharing similar stories, not verified by NBC News.
After claims emerged from multiple women, Louis admitted to his actions in a public statement by simply saying, "These stories are true.
I have been remorseful of my actions, and I've tried to learn from them and run from them. Now I'm aware of the extent of the impact of my actions."
However, his subsequent apology was peppered with inappropriately graphic language. Louis also made bafflingly tone-deaf statements like, "I said to myself that what I did was okay." The apology didn't seem to help much. Not only did he lose favor in the public eye, but he's also estimated to have lost $35 million in potential income after the allegations emerged.
Louis C.K.
Not only that, but Louis C.K. had actually had a movie. I think it premiered at Cannes, at the Cannes Film. I think it premiered at the Cannes Film Festival, and it was going to come out, and then allegations rose. The movie will never be seen. Same thing with Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey, the moment the allegation showed up, he was actually going to do a movie with Gore Vidal, and that movie will never see the light of day. Who knows? Maybe it's sitting in, maybe those 2 movies are sitting in a bunker, never to be seen.
wrote, "There is nothing about this that I forgive myself for," adding, "I will now step back and take a long time to listen."
Number 3, Ellen DeGeneres.
So consider me your professor. This is like kindness 101, so pay attention. This is on the midterm.
Throughout the summer of 2020, Ellen DeGeneres faced some significant backlash when she was publicly called out for allegedly creating, or at least allowing for, a toxic workplace to exist behind the scenes. Staff was reportedly on the receiving end of racist comments and various aggressive behavior. An investigation ensued while Ellen apologized to staff in a letter.
On day 1 of our show, I told everyone in our first meeting that the Ellen DeGeneres Show would be a place of happiness. Obviously, something changed, and I'm disappointed to learn that this has not been the case, and for that, I'm sorry.
Ellen then tried to bury the hatchet for good by addressing the accusations in her show's season 18 premiere. During her statement, DeGeneres made jokes, and we heard a virtual audience laugh and applaud.
Let me give you some advice out there. If anybody's thinking of changing their title or giving yourself a nickname, do not go with the Be Kind Lady. Don't do it.
Hearing crowd noise during this supposedly serious moment made her apology seem disingenuous. But fortunately, or unfortunately in her case, the monologue wasn't well watched. The season premiere ratings were down 38% compared to the previous year.
So my hope is that we can still be a place of happiness and joy. I still want to be the 1 hour a day that people can go to escape and laugh. I want to continue to help all the people that we help every day. And I am committed to making this the best season that we have ever had.
Number 2.
I'm sorry, Ellen, but your time for that has passed. Ellen was, I'll say it, Ellen, aside from maybe like Finding Nemo, both Finding Nemo and Finding Dory, I don't think she's been funny since the 90s. I remember the puppy episode, where it was the episode where she officially came out as gay, and I think that was something that was... I remember the puppy episode. I miss the Ellen DeGeneres from the 90s, but, you know, I think the problem is success unfortunately went over her head. I remember Family Guy making fun of Ellen twice. I forget which one it was. Okay, I do remember them. It was Ellen, but she only talks when her guest is talking, and it's her talking over. And there have been celebrities that have, you know, fired back at Ellen. And, you know, she's got the bitch, are you for real with me face? And obviously, yeah, bitch, she's for real. Yeah, Ellen, the bitch is for real. Honestly, that's just my response to, like, bitch, are you for real? Of course, that will be now considered offensive. It's just the response. Yeah, if I showed up on Ellen, be like, you think you could stop talking, Ellen? I'm trying to talk. She's like, yeah, like I said, I miss Ellen from the 90s, back when she had her own show, and aside from, like, the 2 Finding Nemo movies, yeah, she's just gotten even worse. Let me just turn off the microphone here, just so I can tell my mom something. Logan Paul. Is number 1 gonna be Kevin Spacey or Michael Richards?
2. Logan Paul. On December 31st, 2017, Logan Paul uploaded a video where he toured Japan's Aokigahara forest. The site sadly became infamous because of all the people who have taken their own lives there. During this video, Paul included an image of one of those people that he saw for himself. His reaction to the person and the fact that he even uploaded the video in the first place were both largely criticized. This was also an especially bad move considering Paul's young audience. He issued various apologies in the aftermath.
I should have put the cameras down and stopped recording what we were going through. There's a lot of things I should have done differently, but I didn't. And for that, from the bottom of my heart, I am sorry.
In one apology...
Sorry, it's because I thought my brain was leaking out of my ear.
He excused his heartless behavior as a coping mechanism. He also claimed that he uploaded the video not to get views, but to raise awareness. But we doubt many people believe that.
I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm just here to apologize.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Lea Michele. Her apology for on-set behavior was not well received.
After 2 days of silence, Lea is now apologizing, saying in a statement, "I clearly acted in ways which hurt other people."
Lana Del Rey. The singer didn't exactly apologize for controversial remarks.
The culture is super sick right now, and the fact that they want to turn my posts, my advocacy for fragility into a race war, it's really bad.
Lena Dunham. Did her apology make up for downplaying serious accusations? Alec Baldwin. The actor shaded ex-wife Kim Basinger while apologizing to his daughter.
Oh, yeah, this was during the 90s. Right after he had just done The Hunt for Red October. Yeah. Alec Baldwin's just insane.
My deep and seemingly endless frustration about this situation, which is complicated led me to end up saying something to someone that I really meant to say to someone else.
Gene Simmons, KISS member, gave an inadequate apology after calling Prince's passing pathetic. Before we continue, be sure to
Kevin Spacey or Michael Richards.
subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Kevin.
I knew it. Kevin Spacey's was the worst. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, I'm not pro LGBTQ. There's a difference between being homophobic and, I just don't really want to care about the situation. It's people's own lives. If they're gay, I don't care. It's their life. I don't want to interfere with that, and there's nothing I can do about it. Alright? But Kevin Spacey apologizing. Okay, here's the thing. Like it said. Oh, no. The fact that he decided to say, oh, and by the way, I'm gay. Sweet. And then 6 months later, Kevin Spacey died in a car crash. What could be described as an unresolved suicide? Of course, people will tell me otherwise, but that's the reality I choose to accept. Kevin Spacey died in a horrific car crash. You could say I'm morbid. You know why I say that? Because I know that Spacey uploaded 3 videos that I've heard were just strange, to say the least. Interesting, to say the least. But I've decided, you know what? I just choose to make jokes about it. I'm like, that deepfake technology is pretty good. I mean, because Kevin Spacey technically died in 2018. Jumped over the bridge in a car into the river. Body went missing. Presumed dead a day later. At least I choose to accept that version. But his apology was like the absolute worst. Should I even say it? I'll let the guys at Watch Mojo talk about it.
Kevin Spacey.
And this chamber chooses to debate.
Also, thanks to the allegations and the fallout, the final season of House of Cards was so disappointing.
Me?
Few celebrities have been canceled as hard as Kevin Spacey was. This man went from one of the most beloved actors in movie history to a disgraced has-been due to a slew of accusations. In one claim, actor Anthony Rapp reported that when he was a teenager, an adult Spacey behaved inappropriately towards him. In the wake of these claims, Spacey
I'm gonna read it. I have a lot of... It starts off with an apology. And then chooses to announce that he's gay. This is the worst apology. This is the peak of worst apologies ever. I had so much respect. You have no idea. Kevin Spacey was one of my favorite actors, and then he uploads this, and knowing that he's actually a douchebag in real life. Well, was. Because, like I said, he died in 2018.
unleashed what may be the most confusing and horrendous apology known to humankind. He claimed not.
Remember, was it on Seth Meyers? It was on Seth Meyers, and even they criticized it. You know, it's bad enough.
To remember what happened, blamed intoxication for his behavior, and came out as gay.
That statement drawing fire, many saying addressing his sexuality was a tactic he was using.
The apology was fiercely criticized for being tone deaf and for its feeble attempt to distract attention from his alleged crimes with his sexuality. After this baffling attempt to make amends, Spacey's reputation was utterly ruined.
The fact that he responded the way he did and also conflating it with him coming out as gay has really only made this scandal worse.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out.
I mean, number one is Kevin Spacey. You cannot think of the worst celebrity. The only one that comes close is the Michael Richards one. Because, let me show you an interesting tidbit here. Michael Richards, Wikipedia. Alright, where is it? Laugh Factory incident. Because, yeah. Alright, so here's what's funny. Yeah, you know, he was in Seinfeld, and then after Seinfeld, he returned to stand-up comedy. And then, yeah, during a performance on November 17th, 2006, the Laugh Factory in Hollywood, California, Richards launched into racist rant responding in response to reported heckling and interruptions from a small group of black audience members. I'm not even gonna... It's there. I can't censor it. I'm sorry. Alright. Several times reported heckling and interruptions from a small group of black audience members. Richards repeatedly used the N-word several times, making references to lynching and the Jim Crow era. Kyle Doss, a member of the group, on the group that Richards addressed, said the group had arrived in the middle of the performance and were being a little loud. Alright, here's the worst. 3 days after the incident, Richards made a public apology via satellite on, Letterman. And for me to be at a crap, I'm deeply, deeply sorry. I'm not a racist. That's what's so insane about this. Many studio audience members laughed as Richards began his unscripted explanation and apology, saying, "Stop laughing, it's not funny." Richards said he had been trying to diffuse the heckling by being even more outrageous, but it had backfired. That's the thing. I've seen the apology, and it came off as more funny than heartfelt. That's what's bad about it. And then ever since that, let's see what he's done. Alright, he had a small role in B-Movie. Insert random B-Movie meme in the comment. Then Seinfeld, and then 3 episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm. But yeah. Michael Richards did not recover from that, ever. But at least I finally saw this goddamn video. For now, the pain is over, but I have a feeling that, the YouTube algorithm will recommend something even worse for me. It's like, yeah, I just can't anymore. Alright, so, that was WatchMojo.com's top 10 worst celebrity apologies ever. Number 1, there's no way nothing can be worse than number 1. The closest one was the Michael Richards one, in my opinion, but yeah. I'll leave a link to the original video down below. Link to Instagram. Link to WatchMojo. I'm going to sleep. God bless you all, everyone. God bless you. And have a great night.